Good morning, YouTube. It's your man George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, last night I was doing a little surfing on Facebook, and I saw our LBD WMMA Facebook page that Amanda Nunes is officially going to defend her 145 title against Felicia Spencer in UFC 250 in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Now, as you all know, the Lion Ass Queen, like they like to call her, won the title from Cyborg back in 2018, first round TKO, and I think it was UFC 232. And she has not defended the title since she got it when she won it from Cyborg. She had two title defenses for the 135 belt against Holly Holmes and Jermaine Duranamy, but this will be the first time she defended the 145 title against somebody. As you know, Felicia Spencer, she's currently she's 2-1 in UFC. Her first win was against Megan Anderson, and that was around about last year. And then she also took a beating from Cyborg when she went straight 5 rounds with Chris. Now, and then just was it last week at UFC Norfolk in Virginia, she won her second fight within a record. But this is the thing about this. We all know there was a debate between who's going to be between Megan or Felicia. And truthfully, I think Felicia did deserve a shot because she did beat Megan Anderson and she did hold her own against Cyborg. Megan Anderson, she ducked the fade from Cyborg, and right now, other than her losing to both Holly Holmes and to Felicia Spencer, which makes her kind of 2-2 because nothing. It's 2-2 because she beat she didn't really beat Kat Zingano. That fight ended because of a cut across the eye, and then her last fight. So I think she had at least 5 fights within the UFC, 5 or 6 just about. But Spencer, this thing is, to me, she's tough. She's doable. I mean, she took some beating from Cyborg, and like I said, I'm not a big fan of Amanda Nunes, but she is a heavy hitter, and if she can withstand some of Nunes' best shots, I think she has a chance. In my heart, I think she has a chance. 'Cause I don't think I would like to see her lose that title, and I'd like to see Amanda Nunes take a loss. I mean, and it's but what happens if she wins? The problem is the only person that's there left for the fight would be Mika Anderson. But that would be a fight worth watching. Even though Mika has a one-hit quitter, it's not enough. I mean, I hate to say it, but she's like the equivalent of Deontay Wilder for female MMA. I mean, and that's not enough for just that one-hit quitter. More likely, they need to go ahead and recruit. And that's the thing. The UFC is lazy about recruiting for the featherweight division. I mean, because the ideology, they don't like the idea these are bigger women. But there are some pretty bigger women. I mean, the woman that just fought Mika Anderson, Norma Dumont, she's very attractive. There's several other fighters who have great looks. I mean, I talk about Julia Budd. This is one person they should recruit. And that'd be a great fight, Julia Budd versus Amanda Nunes. I think, being that Budd did take a loss to Nunes, and I think they share an opponent with Cyborg. And we all know that we all know that truthfully, Julia Budd, she ain't gonna get a rematch with Cyborg just yet. And if she does, she ain't gonna beat her. So, I think the UFC might well snatch her up while she's still available. I mean, maybe just because of the fact of her and Amanda Nunes having a pass, being both there for Strikeforce. And there's also other fighters they can recruit. There's they don't want to recruit. They don't want to recruit Pam Bam Sorensen, even though she is the featherweight title champion over at Invicta, and they don't want to recruit people like Josette Cotton or Cindy Denoir. There's also Akita Ahmed. There's several women who would love to come to UFC as featherweights, and then you have women in there now who should be featherweights, like Macy Chazon, Leah Letson, Penny Kenzar, Baby Malecki. The list is long, and I mean, technically, if anything, Holly Holmes should move up to 145. That's why she should have fought for that title, the 145 title, instead of fighting for the 135. Even some say that even Ironhead Absent Ladd should fight for 145 because she's been killing herself. And Nico Montano, when she fought Juliana Pena last year, she looked way bigger than 135. I say Nico's a big, thick girl. I think she'd probably be better at 145. But that's the debate. But you know what? It's up to UFC. You can't keep pulling the idea that the smaller girls, but you want smaller girls, then create your atomweight division. You like the smaller girls. They want to keep between straw and bantam. That's it. But you know what? If you open up the division more, you have more fighters, quality fights. You bring in also with 145, you have more knockouts. You just saw in the last two fights, they both ended with TKOs. You gotta realize, with bigger women come more power. It's not about the ideology of bigger women can be scarier, but no, they're not scary. Yes, you're gonna have some big girls that, but not fit the ideal of femininity and attractiveness. But then you have ones that do. Anyway, it's up to UFC what's best for them and what's best for their label. But I think that you might as well go ahead and start recruiting, because after a while people get tired of Amanda Nunes, and they want to see this more than just two natural, convincingly 145ers. And they messed it up when they got rid of Cyborg, because that would have been the fight of the year, Cyborg versus Nunes. That's a fight that should have been happening. But that's up to Mr. Evil, Mr. Clean, Whisker Biscuit bastard, Dana White, and his feelings. Anyway, it's your man George Page. Like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm out.